Okay. Should be live. And everything should theoretically be fixed now, hopefully. Sorry about that, guys. I got very, very stressed. But it should be fixed. We do got a tornado warning over here in Indiana, heading into Alexandria. If you guys live in Alexandria, you do need to be in your safe spots as this storm continues to your area. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas. Back over here with 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds over there, heading down towards Ottawa. Watch out for that. Make sure that you are indoors and away from windows as that approaches. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Hi. Good to see you as well. Sorry for that interruption in the stream. It was driving me crazy. Literally mad. I literally went mad. But we are back. And all of the issues should be fixed. The audio should be sounding like it did before. I figured out that there was something that got turned on that wasn't supposed to be turned on when we had... the firmware update. What do I think for a tornado in Washington County, Pennsylvania? Let me see where that is. Washington.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
County. Yay. Severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Bowling Green for some 1.5 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's heading towards Bowling Green, Fremont, Findlay, and Tiffin. If you guys live in this area, make sure that you are indoors and away from windows. But yeah, back over here, definitely a chance for some severe weather. Not really sure about the tornado threat in general, as a lot of the storms over here seem to be struggling, but eventually they could get a little bit more organized as that continues to move down to the south and east. But I think we're struggling with instability here. This storm back over here, as it makes its way into Pennsylvania, might have a little bit of a tornado threat associated with it. Check hangout. Strong couplet loft is pretty evident near Van Buren, Indiana. This could traverse downwards and produce a tornado pretty quickly. Where did you say that? Near Van Buren? Where's Van Buren? How do you spell that? B-U-R-E-N. There's a lot of Van Burens. Indiana. There it is. Okay, it's this one. Yeah. So Help is noticing that this storm has some rotation aloft on it, and it doesn't need to be watched. You can already see that near the surface, we also have a decent little gust on the backside of our storm, and that it'll eventually be moving down towards Montpelier. So if you guys live in Montpelier, I would be ready to go to your safe spots over here in Indiana, as there is some strong winds on the southern side, and that could eventually wrap up into a tornado there. So again, make sure that you guys are indoors and away from windows, and be prepared to get in your safe spot if that the rotation does make it down to the surface. Back over here, our rotation with this tornado warning has gotten very weak. Mainly just a damaging wind threat and large hail, with 1.25 inch hail being possible with that storm. It does look like this storm is fairly outflow dominant right now. These storms should mainly just be hailers. Might have to watch these ones back over in Illinois for some hail potential. and maybe a tornado threat if these storms can are not elevated. Although I can see a boundary back over here that might be sinking to the south of them. Washington radar is down. Ooh. Weird. Yeah, it's down on Weather Circle. That doesn't seem to be down in weather-wise. I'm not sure how they have it. Looks like the NWS is at least where we get our radar imagery from. They're not sending those into the bucket over there. This storm back over here near Keystone and Montpelier is still heading down to the south. We're watching this one for potential for some rotation to make its way to the surface. You can see we do have some rotation aloft, but it hasn't fully made it down to the surface yet. This storm remains pretty outflow dominant right now. Let's come over here to Tornado Pagey and check into what they are seeing out there. Okay, so they're over there near Sycamore, Ohio.
We're not going to chase toward Cleveland.
And then we'll check over with Vince Welty, make sure we're alive him. Okay, yeah, he's still not near any storms, but he's tracking those ones near Hillsboro, Indiana. We should get a view of a storm eventually. They're going to let that tornado warning expire there shortly. Come back over to Covington in Indiana.
A severe thunderstorm
Still large hail,
has been
ping pong
issued
ball
for
sized
these
hail
areas.
heading to that area. New severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Hackelman, Fairmont, Fowlerton, Gas City, Upland, Reener, Hartford, Trenton, and Mill Grove all need to be indoors and away from windows. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are possible there. Oh, the Wilmington radar. Yeah, that one's down over there. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant this one over here. That's my bad. Let's see here.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
By the way, are the warnings still doubling? Are they still echoing? And our newest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here near Rossville, Hopeston, Henning, Alvin. This is over in just in eastern Illinois for some 1-inch hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds. It is still echoing. Interesting. Should be an easy fix. maybe not. That's not as big of a problem as the audio problem, so. You thought the echo was always part of the alert? It shouldn't have been. Check back over here with this tornado warning. Make sure nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing's changed with that. Still not very concerned about that one. This one back over here near Mont Peeler still is mainly just a damaging wind threat. That rotation still hasn't made it back down to the surface yet with this storm. As that continues to push to the south and east towards Bryant and Bloomfield, I would hope that you guys would still stay in your indoors and at least away from windows out over there. Back over here near Bowling Green, we have quite the storm here with some ping pong ball sized hail heading into North Baltimore, Findlay, Fostoria, Tifton, Crawford, and Fremont, Ohio. With the potential there for some pretty big hail and some damaging winds.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
What in the heck? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued over there near Pennsylvania. That was this one. That is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts heading towards Youngsville, Warren, Clarendon, and Sheffield. All need to be indoors and away from windows. You think straight line winds of 75 miles per hour are possible? Yeah, could very well be. I certainly believe so. Usually when you have these mature storms like this that are in and around, some pretty strong lower level wind shear, sometimes those winds can make it down to the surface.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
A little update over here with this severe thunderstorm warning. It has now been upgraded to 70-mile-per-hour winds heading towards Yulin and Lebanon. This one also has some wind gusts on the southern side, but mainly a danger here for some power outages and some potential trees to fall down here. So I would certainly be indoors and away from windows and be ready for some power outages with this storm as it comes through the Whitestown area just to the north and west of Indianapolis. Did I see the dew points? They are low. Yeah, but I mean, these storms are still staying intact. But yeah, they are not super favorable for tornadoes, but we might have already had one today. I don't think any other storm has produced a tornado today, but we did get a confirmation of a tornado not too long ago. We can go look at the latest dew points out here. I mean, they're in the 60s out there, near the leading edge of the storm. Up in the 40s and 50s, though, up here in northwestern Ohio. Not super favorable, that is for sure. Let's check on our thermodynamics. Yeah, our environment's still capped out, and our instability is waning quite quickly, so this might actually be a pretty short event if this continues to go in the direction that it is right now, which is likely. I will say this line of storms also seems to have been a little bit more progressive than the models indicated yesterday. There's a little bit of rotation back over here near the Findlay area. Not sure how legitimate that is. I'm trying to find a better view, but unfortunately a lot of our radars in the area. Okay, this is a little bit of a better view. Yeah, definitely some strong winds potentially about to go into Mount Corey. That is about all I'm seeing. We got like a tornado report or a funnel cloud report back over here near Alamo, Montgomery, but
severe thunderstorm warning
has associated with an actual storm. So I'm not really sure if that was placed in the right area. All right, latest over here, he's got a new severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. This is going to be near Muncie, Yorktown, Anderson, Eaton, over there in Indiana. So make sure that you guys are indoors and away from windows with that storm as well. And it looks like we got a view coming in from Vince Welty. Oh, look at this.
Bring units be clear to scene on Cherry Street.
Okay.
He's on this storm just south of Covington. Gonna happen in Columbus. Likely some damaging winds and some hail.
86.9.
If it was a little bit brighter, a little more daylight, we might have a real pretty view there, but man, it's really pushing it in.
It's a nice view.
Yeah,
With a dew point on his screen.
That's right, it's better than sitting at home on the couch. So. Or my office in the desk chair.
Dew point is 49 where he is sitting. That is not very favorable if that is accurate there, and I'm sure it is. I do want to check WX or Project Weather Eye. No, I gotta go
A
back.
considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Been issued over there in Indiana. That is going to be for this storm with some 1-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds possible. That's going to be heading down towards Carmel, Noblesville, Sheridan, Zionsville, Fisher, Lawrence, and Pendleton. You missed the news broadcast earlier, but you got the notification. I think it's cool that you're branching out. Thank you. Yeah, it's something that I've always wanted to do. So we are getting a little bit of a pushback from some of the OG viewers. They seem to think that I shouldn't ever change, and I should only be a weatherman from the, and nothing else. But, that's not how people work. People have, different passions. So I am excited and looking forward to the future of that. Happy to see Vince is on the stream. Yeah, me too. Me too. Been a while since we've worked with Vince. All right, let me come back to the beginning here. There we go. I do want to turn up the audio on. It's just a little bit more on my end. There we go. Alrighty. Looks like they just allowed this tornado warning to expire. Let me change my title really quick. Cap looks more to the west. The cap is pretty much all over the place with this storm. Yeah, the cape is dissolving fast. Yeah, like Vince is in something. Let's. He might be in some hail. Let's go check him out. It looks like hail to me.
Severe thunderstorm has been issued for these areas.
Way worse than it is, trust me.
Yeah, it looks like some pretty small hail, but there's a lot of it over there near Crawfordsville. It's just to the west of Crawfordsville. This storm's heading to Crawfordsville, Indiana right now. Lots of hail. Keep checking in with him in the future. But this over here, this is Project Weather Eye. This is Vince's thing. It's pretty cool. He released a sounding here earlier to the east of Bloomington. It doesn't seem like we got any data near the surface, unfortunately. So we are gonna have to wait for that. I don't think it's completely done yet. Yeah, it's still at around 30,000 feet right now. So, but yeah, if you guys want to come over here and support him, he is he's out over here, you know, releasing balloons in front of storms, giving, you know, this will be super important when we have some issues with some tornadoes, so, or like an outbreak. You know, we're wondering what the environment is looking like outside of this, out in front of the storm, and he'll be able to provide that for everybody out there. So it's a really cool project. You also come over here to Project Weather Eye, check it out. It's pretty cool, I believe. All right, let's come back over to this.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued back out over here near Hartford, Shamrock Lakes, and Trenton. And then the one that we just got, that one is over here in Ohio. That's going to be near Salina, Coldwater. Yeah, it's near Salina, Coldwater, heading towards New Bremen, Minster, Fort Loramie, and Versailles. And again, that's going to be for ping pong ball sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? You having a good day so far? I got this storm pushing down to the south and east. Thankfully, no rotation on this guy as it heads towards Noblesville, but it's still pushing up towards the 70-mile-per-hour range. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Oh, that's a little loud. Ooh, let me turn that down just a slight bit. Testing, testing. Trying to get the mic just a tad bit louder. That might be too loud. Turn it down just a bit more. We'll go to 57. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Day off, so heck yeah, good day. Absolutely. I'm glad you got a day off. Oh, look at that. Some hail on the ground. Some huge hail. I'm just kidding. He was showing it just a little bit ago. Let's go back into it. And so you guys can see the size of the hail that's falling over there near Crawfordsville. Huge. Almost looks like a snowflake. That's how small it is. Yeah, not big hail, thankfully. We haven't had any significant hailstorms as far as I'm aware so far today, which is good news. Wasn't as bad further east. It wasn't. So if we come back over here to Weather Circle really quick. And look at our mesoscale analyses. You can see that it was like further up to the north, the capping slightly broke out there, but you can see that it's definitely back. Or further down to the south, it's always been there technically. So these storms are going to be struggling with that capping inversion. We also do, we do definitely have some stronger lower level winds out in front of our storm, but if we look at our 500 millibar range, there's a little bit of perpendicularity in there. So, we do have to watch out for some brief tornadoes still. Around 45 knots of shear eventually where these storms are heading. But the main question is will they be mature enough to tap into that environment as they go through there? We got low instability and capping inversion, and and that's a lot of that is in eastern Ohio, and that is why we're really not seeing much in the terms of mature storms out here, or really any severe thunderstorm warnings other than this one that is in Pennsylvania, and this one's mainly warned just for wind there. So yeah, so far it's been a pretty, other than that one potential tornado, it's been a pretty not really a significant day yet, so that's good. Except for that 180-mile-per-hour wind report. And thank you, Jared, for sending 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Guys, if you get a gifted membership from Jared, make sure you're thanking him in chat. And it's a huge help out to the channel. Thank you, Jared. Your texting hand is on a splint? Oh my goodness. Over Castleville. Yeah, there is a little bit of a over near Newcastle. Some convergence is happening here. You can see we do got some storms firing up, some moisture, and some storms starting to mature out over here. And a couple of areas of rotation that are trying to develop. But as of right now, they're pretty weak. But if these storms can mature, I could see it being possible. Really just a matter of whether or not they can mature in the first place or not. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Jared. Can't believe it's been 6 months already, right? Yeah, it's been a while. Cooled off over here before the storm. That's good. That means you probably didn't get too much. Is Muncie, Indiana good? Let me see. Muncie, Indiana. Well, you got quite the storm coming your way. 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible as that pushes down towards Muncie and Winchester. So I would certainly be weather aware out over there. Our new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued back over here. That's going to be for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds heading into Champaign, Cortland, Warren, Niles, over there in Ohio. Hey, thank you, Jared, again for sending another 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Yeah, back over here near Muncie, definitely some potential there for some 70-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be your biggest threat, although there could also be some decent hail in that as well. We also just got an observe tag on this storm over here near Crawfordsville and Thornton for some ping pong ball sized hail. Eventually, it's going to be heading into Lebanon. You can see we had that report back over there near Vetersburg. That is heading through Hillsborough and eventually just north or directly into Waynestown. Oh, wow. This storm has been upgraded to 2-inch hail now, heading into Fremont and Tiffin. So that's our first significant, at least hail-warned storm. I don't see any reports yet of some 2-inch hail. Our last report out of this storm was 1.75 inch hail. So that's just to the west of Fostoria. And that is probably moving pretty close to Tiffin within the next about 20 minutes. Thank you, Jared. I'll try my best. We'll come over to composite so everybody can see their storms. Some storms back over here near the Chicago area. So let me check in those real quick. Yeah. Check the VIL on this guy. Yeah, not looking overly severe there. Oh, wow, they actually added storm relative velocity on otherwise. That's nice. No tornadoes in Indiana right now. Okay.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued back over here near Jay, Indiana. That's for this storm. It's going to be for 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you live near Bell Fountain and Noble, make sure that you guys are indoors and away from windows as this storm continues down to the south and east. Niles, what state? Ooh, Pagey's got a nice little view. Let's go check that out real quick. Look at that. This is in Dunkirk, Ohio.
Blanchard.
In Ohio, let me search that. One inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds is heading towards you. That might go to your north. If that storm goes to your north, you might not really see much until this storm that's over there near Port Clinton makes it down to you. So you do have a second round coming if that storm to your north misses you. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. You're too kind. You're too kind. Central Pennsylvania gonna get hit with anything significant? Probably not significant, no, but definitely could get some thunderstorms back over there. Niles, Ohio. I think that's back over here. No. I just looked at it, and yeah, you're over here near Warren. There's Niles. This storm is likely going to go to your north, like I said earlier. And then, yeah, a storm behind it, though, is going to be coming through. Potentially with some 60-mile-per-hour winds. So keep your eye out for that. That could bring a little bit of a tornado threat over there as well. I appreciate that, Jared. Thank you. Honored to be your weatherman. The One Chaser has his project in partnership, and you at times use WeatherWise. Are they competing apps? Kind of. Oh, that's why this is all funky. There we go. I was like, what the heck? A little bit of a bookend vortex starting to form over here near Fostoria, just to the west of Bascom. Keeping an eye on that area. That does look a little bit contaminated, and we also still have an area of rotation over here near Forest that it's quite broad right now, but I'm sure the NWS is monitoring that. And I do believe that those are the only areas that actually have like any rotation. Actually, there's a little bit of rotation over here near Monterey still as this approaches Fort Recovery. Some decent hail core on this. That ping pong ball sized hail is likely in this area right here, heading into Coldwater as we speak. Can't tell if that's side lobe contamination or not over here near Shreve. Kind of looks like it is associated a little bit with the storm itself. I'll keep an eye on it. It does look a little bit contaminated, but I'll keep an eye on this storm over there near Shreve. Akron got a tornado warning. Was that the one at the beginning of this event? Thought about something, added something like news and live weather to your YouTube handle. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in a little bit. I just have to get up to that. I woke up today. I was a little bit busy getting ready for the stream, and man, this storm right here is looking pretty gnarly.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Is that a little bit too loud, the severe thunderstorm thing? Seems loud on my end. It was about an hour ago. Okay, yeah, that one might have been the one that got confirmed. Yeah, this storm back over here near Coldwater is looking like might be getting pretty close to a significant hailer. Check the correlation coefficient with this. Yeah, you can see that. We even got a hail spike with that, potentially. So, and keep your eye on that storm over there near Noble and Coldwater. Also, the storm also has decent wind, at least to the south, and maybe a little bit of rotation developing over there near Monterey. So keeping an eye on some tornado potential as well with that storm near Coldwater. That's in Ohio. Had a decent shelf cloud roll through Binghamton, New York not too long ago. Nothing severe, but had some pretty gusty winds. Nice. I am waiting for my first nice shelf cloud of the year. Haven't gotten one of those yet, but I am definitely looking forward to maybe getting one. I don't know. Would be nice to see a little bit of a shelf cloud. Tornado watch. Yeah, there is a tornado watch for Akron. I think Akron's back over in this area. Where is Akron? Akron, Ohio. Yeah. Yeah, right there. I was looking at it the whole time. Yeah, you're still in a tornado watch, and you're probably going to stay in one until these storms come past you. After that, your tornado threat's going to be basically zero. Can I check if there's any tornado warnings in Ontario? Southern Ontario near the London area? No. No, nothing's happening over there. You're good to go. No need to worry. Lost sound. Can't hear you. What are you saying? You should probably unmute your television. Although me saying that will probably not be helpful at all because you can't hear me. But yeah, the audio is working fine. I fixed it. Dublin? Is that? I'm assuming that's in Ohio. Yeah, Dublin is in a tornado watch right now, and you do have some storms. One that is actually pretty intense is heading closer to your area. This new severe thunderstorm warning that just came in. Let's see if we can get a zoomed in view of that. Over here into, I think this is Indiana. Yeah. Crawfordsville, Thornton, Lebanon. This is the storm that Vince Welty is chasing right now. That's 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. We'll show you guys what it looks like as soon as we get another view. But make sure that you are indoors and away from windows. Why does the chat look blurry? Does the chat look blurry to you guys? Or am I losing my eyesight? Oh my gosh. What is that?
Pretty big power. I'm glad we didn't do the interstate. Oh! What the heck was that? Oh my gosh! What the heck was that? Oh my gosh! Oh! What the heck was that? Oh my gosh!
They're like not even near a storm, but they're near a gust front.
I'm glad we didn't do the interstate. Oh! What the heck was that? Oh my gosh! Hey Max, it's Bryce. We have pretty big power flashes here, very strong winds, and what the hell is
What in the world?
And they're near Kenton.
Whoa! Look at all this stuff flying around.
Yeah, this is in Ohio, Kenton, Ohio, in the northwestern portion. Oh, we just got a new tornado warning. Let me go back and check in on that 1 second. Mute this.
A radar-indicated tornado warning has been issued for these areas.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have a close radar anymore to this storm near Coldwater. It's the closest one we got, but yeah, there is definitely some rotation over there near Philothea, Cartagena, Maria Stein, Minister, Fort Loramie. All need to be in their safe spots here as we have a storm that is developing a decent area of rotation right in there just to the east of Fort Recovery. So if you guys do live in this area, make sure that you are seeking shelter. Hey, thank you, Mark, for sending 1 gifted membership. If you guys, looks like Damien got it. Nice. Pagey's audio is whack. Your stuff is echoing like crazy. It's only on radio. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's echoing. I don't know how to fix that. I thought I could fix it. Oops, what'd I do? Shoot. Come back. Refresh. There we go.
A considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do about the echo. That's the one issue I haven't been able to figure out. It should be fixed, but it's not. So, not really sure what is causing that.
A radar-indicated tornado warning has been issued for these areas.
New tornado warning has been issued back over here near Berlin. Got an area of some rotation right there. That's the one that Help pointed out a little while ago. If you live over there near Martinsburg, or Martinsville, Benton, Freiburg, Miller's Corner over there near Berlin Trail and Walnut Creek, you guys do need to be in your safe spots out over here. Got a decent area of rotation on this storm right over there, just south of Holmesville, and maybe another little area further up to the north and east of that. Both of those could be legitimate areas of rotation. Not seeing a definite debris signature on either one of those, but I would be in your safe spots. We now have 2 tornado warnings here in Ohio. Double audio. I don't have any double audio. No, it's coming through my mic for some reason, which means that my this is a problem that I had for a while. Oh, another tornado warning. My goodness. Got another tornado warning back over here near Upper Sandusky. Right in there. Actually, that's a decent little hook echo. There near Upper Sandusky. If you live over near Brownstown, Harpster, Morale, Bucyrus, Galleon, Marion, and Clarendon, you guys all need to be in your safe spots.
A radar-indicated tornado warning has been issued for these areas.
I mean, I have 3 tornado warnings in Ohio. Which is not great. All right. Let me just try outputs. Should be in routing. Change this. We'll take that off of there. Hopefully that fixes it. Tons of wind shear right now. Oh yeah. There's like about 40 knots of wind shear, and there's a little bit of perpendicularity to it, so definitely could see a couple more tornadoes today. So again, if you live over there near Bucyrus, Marion, Clarendon, and Galleon, I'd be in your safe spots. And then back over here we have, dang, it really sucks that that radar is down over there, as that's the closest one. I still have some strong winds with this storm and maybe a little bit of rotation there, but that's most likely hail contamination. Our rotation would likely be down here. Check our storm relative on this storm. Yeah, right over there near Philothea, heading down towards Cranberry Prairie. So if you guys live over there, be in your safe spots. This storm still has some rotation on it. And this storm back over here, I think, is Tornado Paging near that tornado warning? Yeah, they're just to the south of it, which is interesting. They saw a power flash earlier, but that wasn't that wasn't because of of a tornado, I don't think, unless their radar is off, like their location is off. Let me try turning on their audio and see if there's an echo still.
It's 50 all the way down to just west of Marion. But I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
Any echo? Echo is off. Let's go.
It's 57 with north wind.
We did it.
Meteorologically speaking, that makes.
Yeah, we'll keep coming back to them as they are currently pretty close to a tornado warning. They're close to this one. near Marion, Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to check out where is PA storm trackers at? Storm trackers, are they near any of these storms? Oh my gosh. Check this out. PA storm trackers has got a view of a flipped over truck. Let me get this up for you guys. Look at that. Flipped over semi truck near Bluffton, Ohio. That was where the storm that just got tornado warned near Marion, Ohio, just went through. Yeah, some really strong winds came through here. Let me make sure Vince is up to date. For some reason, his stream's been getting behind. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll bring up PA storm trackers here. Perfect. Nope. Well, I keep switching over to that other radar, unfortunately. Yeah, latest scan on this storm looks like our rotation is starting to die off on it. Let me check a little bit higher up. And not as powerful there. Let me see if there's a hotkey for the storm relative velocity. Yep.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
There is not. I'll have to do that manually. Yeah. Really lacking the rotation there on the storm relative velocity too, but it definitely still seems like there is some rotation aloft on this storm a little bit. And so I'd still keep your eye on that guy. Yeah, this storm is warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds, but something's telling me it's got some stronger winds inside of it than that. And we still have some decent rotation over here near Upper Sandusky that is moving down to the south and east towards New Winchester, Martel, Iberia, and Galleon. If we come over to our storm track here and kind of draw it out so folks can see where they are in relation. Storm is that storm really moving at 70 miles per hour? I don't think that's correct. Hold on. Let me just double check. Now it is moving east at 80 miles per hour. That is insane. Storm is moving east incredibly fast. I do think they should probably upgrade this tornado warning, or not tornado warning, but these winds around it to 80 miles per hour. You can really see that rotation on storm relative velocity. Not very strong, but it is certainly there. So let's go ahead and do that storm track again. Yeah, it looks like Galleon is 17 minutes away from this storm impacting you guys. And then on the southern side of our storm,
A severe thunderstorm warning has been
Clarendon,
issued
14
for these
minutes,
areas.
Cardington, 20 minutes, and Mount Gilead, 21 minutes. That's going to be in your safe spots until that storm comes past you. A little bit of an update here on our tornado warning back over here. Still some broad circulation near Berlin, but nothing overly concerning on that storm just yet as it moves into Walnut Creek, but definitely some decent hail of 1.5-inch hail inside of it. Let's come back over here to Pagey, Tornado, and Bryce Shelton.
Dear.
Think that storm in Lima, Ohio is going to possibly develop a tornado in the future? Where's Lima at? Lima, Ohio. It's theoretically possible, but it is kind of in like a worse spot than some of the other storms that we're monitoring in Ohio. So I would say that that is a little bit of a no. I wouldn't completely rule it out. I keep monitoring it, but it would need to. Its environment would need to improve out in front of it just a tad. You can hear me very clearly now. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, we fixed the audio issues all around, I think. Echo's gone. Everything is good. Here's a broad view of what is happening across the area. We got severe weather pretty much all the way across the board here. Got a storm back over here near Warren with some 60-mile-per-hour winds, wind and hail that's going north of Niles. But don't let your guard down over there near Warren, Youngstown, Akron, Worcester, Canton, Medina, or Cleveland. We still got a strong line of storms coming with some 60-mile-per-hour winds and some half-dollar-sized hail. It's about to head into Norwalk, and then after that, Alira, and then they'll probably extend that severe thunderstorm warning further off to the east into the Medina and Cleveland area. So guys, just make sure that you are continuing to monitor the weather in your area and be ready to take shelter. New little severe thunderstorm warning back over here into parts of Illinois and Indiana. This is for wind and hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's going to be heading towards Union City, Greenville, Fountain City, Arcanum, and Bradford. And a lot of lightning with this storm as well in the New Brennan area. All right, a little bit of a new rotation on this storm now near Maria Stein. Was the latest scan. Still can't confirm a tornado on this as there's just so much hail inside of it, but I would certainly still be respecting the storm and being in your safe spots. And if you're just now tuning in, we did get have a view here of a tractor or a 18-wheeler that has gotten pushed over by the wind in Bluffton, Ohio. This is this very storm is approaching Marion, Clarendon, and Galion. And is also tornado warned. So if you guys do live in those cities that I just mentioned, make sure that you are continuing to be in your safe spots. If you don't get a tornado out of this, you're definitely going to get some pretty strong winds. Is there a tornado currently in Salina? I don't think so. Let me just check for you. It's Salina, Ohio. Yeah, there is a tornado warned storm to the south of Salina, but Salina is going to be dodged by this, and any other storm that does come after this is going to have a very low tornado chance. Still a chance for some severe weather, but thankfully that tornado warned storm has gone to your south. The guy is okay from the truck. Okay, thank you for reporting on that. I'm assuming you heard that from PA Storm Tracker stream. Welcome back. I just saw 3 tornado warnings at once in Ohio. Yeah, it's getting a little active over here. Wouldn't totally surprise me if this storm over here has produced a brief tornado. This one back over here near Berlin has had some fluctuating rotation on it. Nothing like overly crazy on this storm right now, but if you live over there near Walnut Creek, I would continue to be in your safe spots just in case this storm tries to reorganize and try to spit out a tornado there. So that's kind of what we're monitoring in that area. Hey, thank you, Casino Luigi, for subscribing. Welcome in. Our most recent severe thunderstorm update has been over here near Hubbard and Brookfield with wind and hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds possible over there into eastern Ohio. A lot of rain and thunderstorms reaching into Pennsylvania right now. We also just had a new severe thunderstorm warning back over here for wind and hail. That's going to be heading down towards New Philadelphia, Carrollton. They haven't decided to extend this tornado warning yet, but I would still say don't let your guard down on that storm just yet. What up, Carrot? How you doing?
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Yeah, that's this warning over here. Are these storms east of what they forecasted yesterday? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, as you can see, we have a severe thunderstorm watch back over here, but not a whole lot of severe weather happening. Indiana is getting some severe weather. We actually had a funnel or a wall cloud report back over here near Williams Creek, Indiana. But haven't really seen much tornado activity in the Indiana area. Really the only area where we've had a potentially confirmed tornado was in northeastern Ohio. Haven't seen another signal of that, but it wouldn't overly surprise me if one of these storms has produced a brief tornado. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are in a radar hole because our radar back down over here near Wilmington is down. And so we can only rely on the radars over here in Indiana for this storm over there near Sydney. So we've only been seeing the rotation aloft, like above our heads. And then this one back over here near Marion. It does seem like it has a whole lot of contamination, but one thing that is for certain with this storm, it does have some strong winds, potentially fluctuating into 80-mile-per-hour wind territory. We've seen power flashes with that storm, a flipped over semi truck as well. So definitely wouldn't let your guard down there either. Getting reports of lots of wind, but no hail in Salina, Ohio. I think we are in the clear now. Wait, let me see where Salina is. Salina. Dang, we just talked about Salina. Let me just do a search. Salina, Ohio. Salina, Ohio. I wouldn't say you're completely in the clear. There are still storms forming off to your west that will have some severe potential, especially with some hail. Shouldn't be much of a damaging wind threat, but definitely some hail still possible and some thunderstorms still possible moving into further into the overnight hours over here in near Salina, Ohio. And that probably won't be for another like 2 to 3 hours before those storms get close to you. Niles is in the clear for that one storm that was to the north of you, but again, you still got a whole another line of storms off to your west, so I wouldn't let your guard down just yet. Wow, lots of lightning happening over there on Pennsylvania Storm Tracker stream. Let's come over here and listen in.
He was uninjured, but what we call confined to the truck. So they had to wait till the fire department got there to cut the windshield out.
Oh, wow. But the guy that was in that truck that got flipped over earlier, he was uninjured, but he was stuck in the truck until the first responders got there.
Oh, that was bright.
Okay, thank you, Gloom.
2 shots over here, real close. There's still something going on right here then. Once I said there's that rotation just our way.
Yeah, that's the latest over there with...
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Our newest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here near Anna and Sydney. Unfortunately, still in that radar hole. This is now warned for some golf ball sized hails. We're getting into the considerable threat here with this severe thunderstorm warning. So if you live over there near Anna and Sydney and DeGraff, I would be indoors and well away from windows. It's green here in central Illinois. Interesting. I keep saying tornado watch for Akron. Yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely in a tornado watch, so I would be taking that seriously. You got one more line of storms to come through your way, and then you guys should be done, at least for the tornado threat for the rest of the night. There are still some storms forming back over here near Indiana, which might eventually pose a hail risk, mainly a thunderstorm risk, but some of these storms will become hailers. As you can see, we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings back over here in Indiana behind the main line of storms. one thing I do want to do, we did last stream, I want to bring back up our hangout, weather circle hangout. Just give me 1 second. In case people are making reports. All right. This is Emily, who is back over here near Dayton, Ohio. They're reporting the calm before the storm. Thank you for reporting that, Emily. Lucas says, just got hit by a little thunderstorm. First severe weather in Colorado all year. Wow, you guys are already getting severe weather over there. I guess it's not severe if it was just a thunderstorm, but still. Thanks for letting us know. Hey, thank you, Lil Slacker, Ace, and User for subscribing. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're in Oregon Road, Ohio. It feels like there's going to be hail or rain. It feels like green skies means tornado. Green skies usually mean hail and not tornadoes. So, but, you know, with hail, sometimes you do get tornadoes. Let me make sure our observer mode is off over here.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
And this storm back over here still has some decent rotation. Just to the north of Clarendon. Would not surprise me if this eventually got extended. Our newest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here in Indiana. That's going to be for Linden, Cherry Grove, Colfax, and Thornton. For 1 inch hail, and that's about it. Check back over on this storm near Sydney. If we can tell anything. Yeah, they'll probably let this one expire. There's like barely any mid-level rotation on that storm at all. And they also did allow this storm that was back over there near New Philadelphia to also expire. So that's good news. It still has a pretty healthy inflow though. So I would say it's still worth keeping an eye on that storm. Actually, I'm just going to keep this full screen here. You were nervous. I do not live in the state. Westerville, Cleveland, Columbus. You don't live in the state and you're still nervous. What are you nervous for? The radar holes are terrible. Yeah, they are atrocious today. Wilmington, Ohio's radar chose the worst time to go out. The absolute worst time. But it is what it is. And there's so much hail in this storm. It's like impossible to tell this thing's got a correlation coefficient, but you can definitely tell that there's some rotation or some precipitation wrapping around this rotation over there near Caledonia. So if you live in Caledonia or over there near Denmark, Ohio, I would certainly continue to be in your safe spots there as that storm continues down towards you guys. It's almost on top of you right now, if not already on top of you. Do I think anything could happen in Chillicothe, Ohio tonight? Let me see where Chillicothe is. I feel like oh, there it is. Maybe some severe weather. You got a storm that's going to be coming just to your north. Definitely some rain and thunderstorms possible, but it looks like you're just outside of that tornado watch. In Delaware, let me see where Delaware is. Delaware, Ohio. Yeah, you're right. The storms are kind of splitting around you right now. But that's not gonna last for very long. The worst storm way to your north, but you got a couple of storms coming off to the west of you. So I'd still be weather aware. Don't care for the background music? Well, you don't know how to watch. I care for it so much that I would rather lose your viewership than change it. How about Logan, Ohio? The good news is that if you don't care for it, that means you don't care about it. Logan, Ohio. Hey, you guys are south of the storm. You got a while before the storms get to your area. Likely going to be some heavy rain, then thunderstorms, and maybe a small chance for severe weather. Interested in having a sports guy? No. I am not in to sports news whatsoever. Not gonna lie. Only sport I like is golf. Yeah, latest scan, still some strong winds coming into Minster, but still not seeing a new area of rotation redevelop back on our storm near Fort Loramie. Definitely still some pretty decent hail in this storm of up to golf ball sized possible, and it's about to move into the McCartyville area. And there's St. Patrick. Eventually it's going to be making its way towards Anna and Swanders. Hardin County, let me check. Hardin County in Ohio. Yeah, potentially got some rain and some thunder heading your way. The storm has a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's lost a lot of its intensity. So I'd be very surprised if that was still carrying some damaging winds, but definitely some strong winds on the southern side of this storm. We've seen that a couple of times. What about Pennsylvania? Just a lot of rain in Pennsylvania right now. Some thunderstorms, maybe. Over there near like Butler, Katanning, over there near Ridgeway. I got a severe thunderstorm warning heading into the new Philadelphia area of Ohio. And eventually that will be making it into Steubenville and pretty close to Pittsburgh. We got multiple rounds incoming and potentially a lot of rain and some flooding possible. Thank you, Wolfman, Young, okay, yeah, and Brent Cribbs for subscribing. Welcome in. Belle Fountain? Is it Belle Fountain or Belle Fontaine? As if it's just Belle Fountain. What a waste. Because that looks like such a fancy name. But yeah, over near, I'm gonna call it Belle Fontaine. Your main threat's going to be coming from this storm, and this is the one with 1.75 inch hail. Now, the intensity of this storm is going to fluctuate as it approaches you, but I would certainly be ready to go by the time it gets there. It's moving to the east at 45.
A radar indicated
miles per
tornado
hour.
warning has been issued for these areas.
45 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and do a storm track here. So you're probably going to get like this portion of the storm. Apply. Yeah, Bellefontaine in 35 minutes. So watch out for that. Our newest tornado warning is back over here near Mount Gilead, Cardington, Fredericktown, Mount Vernon, Howard, and Danville. Oops. If you guys live in this area, make sure that you are in your safe spots. This is the storm that we've been most concerned about. It has a couple of areas of rotation in it. Kind of looks outflow dominated right now, but I mean, again, this storm is in quite the radar hole. We're not going to really be able to tell you exactly what's happening with the storm, because when a storm is in a radar hole, essentially what that means is that we're looking way up into the storm and not near the surface. So we're not really seeing if there's rotation near the surface, which is where tornadoes happen. So not going to be super helpful with that, but Fredericktown, Mount Vernon, Danville, make sure that you are in your safe spots. New Philadelphia storm is ramping back up. Let's check in on that. Not really. I mean, you do have strong inflow with our storm still. That's in the inflow. Back over where like a tornado would form, there's not really much rotation on it yet. Let me check to see in the upper levels back there. Yeah, some mid-level rotation with this storm, but nothing back over here that would be surface-based yet. But pretty strong inflow for sure. 1 inch hail also inside of this storm, just north of Dover and north of Philadelphia. Or north of, New Philadelphia. Just checking to see if any of our other storms have rotation, but we are looking pretty good right now. Marion, Ohio. You guys are still currently in a tornado warning, but that storm is past you, so you guys can. Oh, there's a weird signal back over here. I'd stay in your safe spots for just a second, like 3 more minutes, and you guys can come out. But yeah, your threat after that storm is going to be completely over. Akron. Yeah, it's back over here near Cuyahoga Falls. You don't have a severe thunderstorm warning on your storm right now, but if we do a storm track, if it does become severe again, it'll eventually be in your area, in the Akron area, in 57 minutes at its current speed. So maybe some thunder, maybe some lightning a little bit. But as of right now, it's not severe. The strongest storm, at least in this little pocket, is back over here near Mount Gilead. All right, check back over here with this tornado warning. I do want to see. Yeah, doesn't look like a high chance that this is going to get extended, and this tornado warning expires in 2 minutes. I've got a feeling they're going to allow that to officially expire. But you never know. Our radar might be not telling us the whole story. There is a little bit of rotation here aloft on our storm. So I wouldn't completely rule out this storm, not being tornadic in the future. Fairborn, Ohio is in a tornado watch. You're going to storm off to your west. That has a 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let me see where that's going. It's going to make a pretty close approach to you, but it looks like it's going to go to your north. But let's just say, theoretically, it does decide to do a little bit more of a southwesterly trajectory like some of our other storms have. Looks like Fairborn is going to be getting your storm in about an hour, 58 minutes in Fairborn. Yeah, latest scan on our tornado warning storm back over here near Mount Gilead. Our storm is still pushing down towards Pulaskiville, Chesterville, and Waterford. Whatever happened to Josh? When are you supposed to come over tonight? I'm gonna ask him if he good. You good? Galion, Ohio is in a tornado warning right now, but your threat has passed, so you guys can come out of your safe spots. You guys are good to go. There's still a lot of lightning, though, so I wouldn't come out of your safe spot. I mean, come out of your house. Urbana? You said Urbana in Ohio. Urbana in Ohio. You're in a tornado watch right now, and you do have a decent amount of storms actually coming towards you. They're warned. One part of it is warned for golf ball sized hail, and another part of it is warned for 1-inch sized hail. So I'd be expecting those potential impacts, and then you're going to be seeing this storm in about 53 minutes over there in Urbana. So we'd be ready for the storm by the time it gets there. By the way, guys, every time you ask a question, consider donating. You don't have to, but just like think about it before you ask the question. And then be like, was that helpful or not? And if it was, at the very least, consider hitting that like button. Consider subscribing as well. And at maximum, consider donating over on our Venmo or Cash App. One of the mods will be posting it in chat. It does help us and fund everything that we do here. It's not free to go live, and whenever you guys donate, you fund me, the programs that we use, and also the bills that we got, which are pretty high. You got bills to pay. As Bellefontaine in a tornado watch you guys are right now, and you do have some storms off to your west you got to be keeping an eye out for. It's either going to dive just to your south and you're not going to get anything too bad, or you know, it'll take maybe a little bit more of an easterly trajectory. If it does that, could get some quarter-sized hail in about 29 minutes. And thank you, Cialis, for the $5 donation. Thank you so much. What does Russell's Point, Ohio look like? Let me check that out for you. Russell's Point, Ohio. One inch hail. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning for... What in the heck? That's why I did that. Sorry. Russell Point, Ohio. Yeah, looks like you're getting kind of like dodged by the storms right now. There are still storms behind this. Some thunderstorms and some heavy rain and maybe some lightning is coming your way after these storms, but it's gonna be a while before those storms get to you. Sorry, my internet went down, or not my internet. Looks like YouTube lost connection for a second. But thank you, Woody, Jacob, and Frozen for subbing. I do appreciate that. We did potentially have a tornado touchdown not too long ago in northeastern Ohio. Guys, when you're in chat, just FYI, when you ask a question, if I do see it, I will answer it, but don't get frustrated if I don't see your question. If you want to guarantee an answer, super chats are the best way to do that. Parma, Ohio. Let me see that. Parma, Ohio. You guys just got some rain and lightning. You guys are good to go for the rest of the night. Maybe still some rain and lightning to come, but nothing too crazy. Wapakoneta. Back over here in Ohio. Yeah. You guys got dodged by these storms, thankfully, but you do still have a lot of thunderstorms off to your west. You can try to do a storm track on that, I guess. Let me just take the miles per hour from this storm just to make sure it's pretty accurate here. It's a severe thunderstorm watch. We'll do the special weather statement. Moving to the east at 60 miles per hour. Storm track. We'll do this storm because it looks like that other one is going to come to your south. Yeah, in about an hour and 30 minutes over there near Wapakoneta is when you could see potentially some more thunderstorms. But these are going to be pretty hit or miss, but yeah, it'll be a little bit. Indian Lake. Let me see where Indian Lake is. Indian Lake. Ohio. Oops, hold on. I'm doing things wrong over here. Indian Lake. I don't see it. Indian Lake. I'm not seeing it. Sorry. Thank you, Jeremiah and Selina, for subscribing. I do appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. How do Delaware? Delaware where? Ohio? Before I do that, let me come over here to Pagey Tornado really quick. I just want to see if we can see any lightning. Please. I just want to see one bolt. Yeah, I think their radar is wrong. Let me see where Marysville is. Marysville, Ohio. Oh, nope, it's right. But yeah, that's what's happening there. Didn't get any lightning, unfortunately, which is very sad. Oops. Oops. There it is. Let's see here. Mantua. Wait, no. There's a Russell Point. Place near Russell Point. Russell's Point, Ohio. What am I doing wrong? Am I just spelling everything like terribly wrong? Russell Point. Yeah, it's gonna be a while until storms get there. I wouldn't be too worried. Northeast Ohio, it's lightninging, but like that's, you know, that if y'all try to say lightninging, try saying it right now. It's hard. I don't have a speech impediment or anything, and I am struggling. Lightning. It sounds like you're starting up a chainsaw. Lightning. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning with this storm back over here near Parma and Strongsville, and eventually that's going to be heading into Twinsburg, Hudson, Kent, Akron, and eventually over there in Warren, Niles, Youngstown, and Boardman. Am I Australian? No, I am not. Marion is good to go. It could still have some severe weather possible as like these secondary storms come through, but there will likely be not nearly as bad as a threat as you guys just got into. So, you know, if you're like still in your safe spot, you don't have to be. A tornado warning has expired for your area, but you still do have one tornado warning left. In the Ohio area, Lima Bean, Ohio. Let me check. Hey, you guys are probably past the worst of it, but there is a storm off to your west. It's going to try to make a close approach to you. Let's go ahead and draw a storm track for you. Yeah, it looks like Lima, anywhere between like 30 and 39 minutes over there near Lima, Ohio. Is it Lima or Lima? You're an Australian. Well, welcome in. G'day, mate. Or as I used to say in elementary school, G-day, mate. Columbus. Yeah, Columbus is down here. You guys do have severe weather off to your west.
A severe thunderstorm
about an hour
has been issued for these areas.
About an hour, and your storms right now are warned for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So I would be keeping a close eye on it. Lima like the bean. Awesome. That's way, you know, I was hoping that would be the case. Because if not, I would have just called it that anyways. All right, our latest severe thunderstorm warning is back over here near Bellefontaine, West Liberty, Pequot, Troy, Tip City, Springfield, Urbana, and Mechanicsburg. You guys need to be indoors and away from windows. How's this storm doing over here? Yeah, still some ping pong ball sized hail on this going towards CO and Amsterdam. Yeah, all of our severe thunderstorm warnings are now in Ohio, except for this one back over near Lebanon, Indiana. This one is kind of our only example back over here where, you know, you can still get some severe hail. And I would think that that way for most of these storms back over here. Oh, never mind. They allowed it to expire. But still, I mean, I do think that's an example that you guys, you know, even though these storms aren't going to be nearly as intense as these ones that just moved through, you know, there's definitely going to be a decent amount of rain and thunder and lightning. And every now and then you could get a little bit of a severe thunderstorm warning up there. It's not like the Bean. I think Bellefontaine is fine. I mean, your storm is right next to you. Yeah, it's pretty weak. Pretty weak. There still could be some severe winds with it, but it looks like you guys might miss the hail. Yeah, just a reminder, guys, if you want a prioritized answer to your question, instead of spamming, consider donating. Donating a super chat is like the #1 way to get your question answered. I try to answer all of them, but if you want to skip the line, that's the best way to do it. Butler, Ohio. Butler, Ohio. Butler Township? I'm seeing a Butler, Pennsylvania, but I'm not seeing a Butler, Ohio. Butler Township. Okay. Yeah, Butler Township is right over here, just south of Vandalia. You guys do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's going to make a close approach to you guys. We'll do a little bit of a storm track for you. 5. Okay, so you're like near Tip City, so like anywhere between like 25 and 33 minutes over there, and it seems like your biggest threat as of right now will be 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. There's a chance this goes just to your north, but you could see a decent amount of lightning with that storm. You live in Huntsville, in Alabama? Oh, in Logan County? No, that's not in Alabama. You're the man. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you. Mount Vernon, Ohio. Yeah, you guys are still in this tornado warning here, and the storm is getting pretty close to you guys. I think it's mainly going to be some damaging winds. We are getting some new rotation back over here near Palmyra. Heading into Amity, but that'll go north of Mount Vernon. Let's see. You'll probably be getting this storm pretty soon. Let me do a little storm track for you on the very leading edge. Mr. Storm's moving at 67 miles an hour. So yeah, around 5 minutes is when that storm's going to be getting there. So prepare for impact. If you don't get a tornado, it's still some pretty strong winds with this storm and also some hail, potentially up to 1-inch sized on the southern portion of this line. So would certainly be, at the very least, be in your storm shelter for the tornado threat. But yeah, I think the worst of it's going to go just north of you. And thank you, D-Dep, for being a member for 13 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, please do not spam in the chat. Again, if you want to skip the queue, you can donate. If not, just be patient. I will try to get to you. Indian Lake. That's the second question for Indian Lake. Indian Lake, Ohio. It doesn't exist. Xenia. Let me see where that is. Xena, Ohio. Hey, you guys are back down over here. All the severe weather right now is going to go to your north. But you could eventually get some rain and storms, but it's gonna be pretty hit or miss. And thank you, Dedept, for the $5 donation. Wellington, Ohio. Let me check that out for you. Wellington, Ohio. See how I skipped the line there? And good news for you, sir. Your severe threat is most likely over. You do still have some storms off to your west that we're keeping an eye on. Let me go ahead and draw that for you. Wait, where'd you go? Shoot. Well, I'll type it in again. Wellington, Ohio. You're back over here. Okay. Let me mark you with a little marker there. And then we'll do a little storm track for this storm. Probably the most likely storm to come close to you. So maybe some more rain and thunder by the time in about an hour and 15 minutes. And then you get another line. We can't even draw that all the way over there. That'll be over near Tiffin in about, so yeah, maybe like 2 hours and 15 minutes over there. Make sure you are weather aware. But again, probably not going to be severe, but some thunder and lightning. Probably don't want to get stuck out in that. By the way, mods, if you see anybody spamming in chat, make sure that you are timing them out, please. I don't want them, they shouldn't get rewarded for spamming in chat. Is there going to be any tornadoes in Auburn, Indiana? Auburn, Indiana. Probably not tornadoes, but you do have a storm off to your west. It looks like it's going to be there in 13 to 20 minutes over there in Auburn. Not a severe threat right now, but you know, some of these storms have been getting warned for 40-mile-per-hour winds, so it's not going to be nothing, but definitely some rain and maybe some lightning possible. How long is the timeout? It'll probably be a year. I'm just kidding. Connorsville, Indiana, Fayette County, Indiana, and it's our job to, and it's your job to keep us safe and aware of approaching storms. Yeah, but I can't answer all of your guys' questions at once. And we have a lot of people spamming. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time. By the time I answer one, a lot of y'all's questions are out of the view. So, you know, like, if you want guaranteed, do what USA did. I mean, I answer every super chat. And so there you go. North Indiana, just overall looking. Do you want like a model run? We can do that. But thank you so much for that $10. Wait, why did I post that? North Indiana. Oh, I don't even know why I'm trying to type that up there. North Indiana is up here. Yeah, we do have a lot of storms. They're training kind of like in this direction, especially over there near Crown Point. If I turn on our radar, see they're generally moving to the east. Could still maybe get some damaging winds. And that's going to be happening overnight into the early morning. So, I mean, still some chances for some thunder and lightning, but the worst of your severe threat up here in northern Indiana is done. But we still also have some chances for maybe some special weather statement type storms over there near Angola and Auburn. Yeah, latest scan back over here near North Liberty. Still some broader rotation over here near North Liberty. And that's going to be moving towards Amity, Jellaway, Danville, Brickhaven, and Greer. You guys do need to be still in your safe spots back over there. All right, there's no questions, and I see your questions, so I will finally answer you. But please don't spam. Green Camp over here near New Bloomington. Mainly just some rain. These storms that are gonna near Bellefontaine are gonna go to your south. By the way, Bellefontaine, your storm is on your doorstep. Still warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds. But yeah, your main threat is gonna be these storms back over here that eventually move down towards you. Mostly with some thunder and lightning. Still wouldn't rule out the off chance for a severe thunderstorm. And thank you, USA, for the $20 donation. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, don't spam next time though, because we will time you out. Yeah, we'll do a little update again for the Bellefontaine area, since we've had a couple of questions in that area. It looks like just moderate rain and some lightning, as far as I can tell by this radar. Again, the radar is pretty far away, so we might not be getting the full picture. But yeah, some moderate rain to some heavier rain, and it looks like most of the lightning will be back behind the storm.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
Severe thunderstorm warning back over here near Newcastle, Warsaw, Coshocton, and New Comerstown and Dresden. That's going to be for 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as that heads down to the south and east. So if you guys live in this area, make sure you're indoors and away from windows. They haven't extended this tornado warning, and they might not, although there is still a couple of little areas of rotation along the leading edge. All right, let's do a round robin on our storm chasers really quick. Just see if we can catch any lightning whatsoever. Oh, for all the folks that are wondering about Bellefontaine, Storm Chaser PA Storm Trackers is in your town right now.
Mosaic radar, but I don't know that that'll help because it doesn't give you as good a velocity. Yeah, I'm going to tell them I'm jumping on the Zello though, because we're moving away from them. We're not on the same stuff anymore. Where are they at now? I think Jen just moved moseying towards home. He's still pumping down the line. I think she is. Hey y'all, gonna jump off the Zello. We're kind of moving away from each other, Jen, so I'm gonna jump off of here. We're gonna head back into Columbus and we're gonna try to catch back up to the front of.
Yeah, that's what's going on over there near Bellefontaine. Just some rain. This is Storm Chaser Vince Welty, who's out there near Mansfield, Illinois. Is he going home?
But that could be a good thing.
Could be going home.
We did need a slow.
But, I mean, there's not really much happening in Illinois anymore, but
because I can't.
y'all check out his mission, Rise 26.
And it's still going into this.
They're launching balloons out in front of the storm which is going to be super helpful when there's like a tornado outbreak coming. I think it's underrated right now, but Vince has created an amazing project with his Project Weather Eye, and I really do think you guys should support him. He's completely crowdfunded for that project. He might actually, I'm not sure if he does get anything from Radar Mega for it, but I know a lot of the donations that have supported that project has come from you guys and other people that support him. So, and they've already raised $22,000. Wow, that's good. Excited for that project. Then we got Pagey Tornado and Bryce. They're part of Project Get Way Too Close to a Tornado. Looks like they might be nearing the end of their chase here, as most of their storms have kind of moved out. Just looking out for your dad. Yeah, no problem. Just try not to spam next time. Because you got to understand, like, tons of people are asking questions in the chat. If you spam, their questions kind of get buried, and it's not fair for them. We did get this severe thunderstorm warning to extend into Pennsylvania. That's over there near Weirtown, Steubenville, Mingo Junction, Wellsburg, Buffalo, Washington, McGovern,
thunderstorm warning has been
Cannonsburg,
issued
and
for
Muse.
these areas.
Yeah, that's this one right here. Yeah, one tornado warning left, and a lot of our severe thunderstorm warnings have been allowed to expire. A little interesting area of rotation is developing on this storm, but that does seem to be like right in the middle of the hail core. And just looking at it on radar, the storm does appear to be pretty outflow dominant, but there might be a little rotation kind of locked in back over there. Let me check this radar. Yeah, that's upper level rotation. None of that's making it down to the surface, thankfully. And you can definitely tell that outflow dominant boundary there on the storm. So probably not much of a tornado threat, but this storm's still pretty healthy with 1 inch hail. So if you live in Weirton, Steuben, Mingo Junction, or Wellsburg, over there in parts of West Virginia, Ohio, and then eventually into Pennsylvania, I'd just keep an eye on that. Is there one in Cleveland? Nah, Cleveland's mainly just rain. You might get some heavier thunderstorms in about 2 to 3 hours. Did I do news already? Not yet. I thought Josh was coming over. Oh, he got home pretty late. But I mean, yeah, he said his day has been brutal. He's the guy that that is going to be doing the news in the background when we do. But this weekend we are going to be doing, since it's not going to be much severe weather, we're going to be doing potentially a couple of live streams that are just going to be completely news oriented. So if you guys are here from watching the either news update yesterday or the video that I posted this morning, we will be releasing another news video tomorrow morning or afternoon. So we'll be giving you an update on everything out there. There's been a lot of stuff that's been happening today that I haven't covered that is worth mentioning. It's been a pretty active news day. So yeah, I'm personally not going to be like when stuff is super active, it's really hard to focus on the news. I am still looking at it. Nothing like significant has happened. Nothing significant. We've gotten like a couple of weird clips. 2 boats taking humanitarian aid to Cuba have gone missing in the Caribbean Sea. Mexico's Navy said 9 people were on board. We are still getting weird cryptic posts from the White House. I think they're just doing it for attention at this point. Man, they released a really weird one the other day where they showed a video of a lady pointing a video down at her feet, and it said "sound on," and in the video you could hear a woman saying, "Oh wow, that's really cool. When are you guys launching it?" So is that bait for people to think that they were talking about nuclear missiles? Or are they just trying to get attention? I have no idea, but it's honestly kind of childish if you ask me. Like, if you're going to do an update from the White House, can you at least just give us some information instead of just a bunch of blurred out photos? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Am I safe? Yeah, I'm fine. Vince is talking about finding a partner to stream with. What does that mean? Like someone to like, I don't know what that means. Is rage bait? Yeah, they're definitely baiting. They are particularly good at that kind of stuff. We also got an update from Faytech News that said the Pentagon is looking at sending up to 10,000 additional ground troops to give the United States more military options as he weighs peace talks with Tehran. I don't know what that means. Like when you're sending up to, like if you add that to the troops that potentially are already committed, that could be, up to 17,000 extra troops to the Middle East. I mean, there's been some decent news updates today. I'll keep scrolling through them, but let me get back over here to the radar at least just for a little bit, because I'm sure there's people tuning in to want some coverage. The good news is that for the most part, almost all of our storms have kind of calmed down. Like this one over here is becoming pretty outflow dominant at this point, so it's probably going to be lacking a tornado threat. I would say, still got to look out for like maybe a bookend vortex, but I'd be extremely surprised if any of these were anything but contamination at this point. Maybe that one over there near Martinsburg would need to be watched, but mainly just damaging winds coming into Coshocton. So that's why we're kind of just talking about random other stuff. And this is how I kind of want to do it during severe weather season. Is like when there's no tornado warnings and there's not a whole lot of questions in chat to just kind of go over the latest news. But yeah, I mean, when we're not streaming on severe weather, we're going to be talking about the news. Politics and severe weather, too much anxiety. Interesting. I guess I don't really get anxiety over politics. Not yet. It's not really politics. It's just kind of like a general, like war isn't, well, I guess you could say war, like parts of the war is political, but I mean, like that's real stuff that's happening. And that's your tax dollars getting spent to do that. But I feel like, you know, the average American should at least be paying attention to it somewhat. You like my new news overlays? Yeah, me too. This one's pretty good. I like this one. I mean, obviously you don't have to pay attention. I'm not saying you have to, but you know, I mean, if ish hits the fan, you're gonna want to know about it. And we're kind of in a moment of time where things are really unstable, and you should probably be paying attention to news or politics just in case someone does something friggin' crazy. But I mean, I will admit, like, just like from an obvious perspective, it is probably pretty anxiety inducing, especially like financially for a lot of people. Because like, again, like 50 to 70 people in the United States, and I'm sure the majority of people in chat live paycheck to paycheck, right? And so these gas prices going up, food costs are like literally everything is about to go up in cost. And I've already noticed in my area, grocery prices are starting to rise just a little bit, but I know more is coming. You know, gas is already up $1. And so, you know, you definitely like there's going to be a point where people are going to reach a breaking point. Hopefully not anytime soon, but again, you know, everybody's getting pushed to the absolute limit in terms of their finances, and with not a whole lot of backstops for that, you know, people are going to start to get a little angry, a little bit upset. I can see like huge protests happening, or just like people that you would never expect to steal from stores start stealing from stores. I mean, are you going to allow yourself to completely starve to death even though it wasn't your fault? You know, are you going to actually like, you know, try to do something about it? I mean, you can't get any money. What do you do? And some people are going to resort to quote unquote criminal behavior. But again, it's not their fault. So I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if I was in a grocery store and like you see someone go in there, like if I knew for a fact that like they had a job but they now can't afford anything because of gas like going up, and like maybe they had like a unexpected pet bill or child bill, and they went in there and stole a couple loaves of bread, I don't think I'd get too mad, honestly. I don't think I'd get too mad. Saturdays to No Kings. Yeah, I think I'm gonna might do coverage of that this weekend. I'm not sure how much is gonna happen. I live in northern Alabama, but if anything happens in northern Alabama, me and my friend and Josh are gonna be in the Huntsville area to see what's happening over there. And if anything interesting happens, we'll go live with some on the ground coverage. Would have a hard time stealing. I might beg if I was very desperate. I guess. That's kind of a tough one. What do you guys think? Would you rather, if you know, you've been doing just fine for like the past half a decade with your job, affording stuff and groceries, but then all of a sudden this war causes you to basically lose everything because gas prices and food prices are too high? Would you rather beg or steal? I'd love to hear y'all's opinion on that. We got a bunch of beggars in chat. Could do a YouTube poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. don't even know how would I phrase the question? If you lose all your money because of the war in Iran, would you beg for money, steal the stuff you need to live? Start poll. We'll see. Yeah, still a little bit of a bookend vortex back over here near Brinkhaven. Still got to keep an eye on that just to the west of Stillwell, but it looks like they're going to be allowing this tornado warning to expire potentially in 8 minutes. To be our last tornado warning. It could be tornado warning list. And that might be it for tonight. I mean, our environment's probably not super favorable right now. All right, it looks like 56% of people are saying beg for money, and 44% of people are saying steal the stuff you need to live. And begging is hard. Yeah, most of our instability is gone. Still have a decent capping inversion. Yeah, these storms are going to struggle. The environment is getting better for the folks out there. That's good. You can be nice when you steal things. Yeah, you don't have to have a gun or anything. It'd be nice. Just be like, hi, I'm poor and I'm taking it. I just don't know, man. Like, I guess, are y'all talking like begging on the side of the street? To where like everybody can see you. At least when you're stealing stuff, you got a mask on. Pride issues leave when you're truly starving. Yes. Not sure if any of you guys have ever been starving before.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for these areas.
But all of that manners and basically everything that you've been trained to be like since a kid goes out the window. Especially when you have like kids or dogs or something that relies on you to live, that motivates you to become a little bit more animalistic. But, oh yeah, I like Lauren's. There is that. We forgot to add that option, which is forage and hunt. Which I will say is not as easy as it sounds, but if you are from the south, oh, decent little area there of some rotation popping up here. If you live over there near Nelly and Warsaw, and it's not even not everybody can forage and hunt. I would employ you guys, if that is something, a strategy that you guys would be considering, I would employ you guys to watch Alone. It's a show, and then they just put them in the middle of nowhere, and they say basically forage and hunt to survive. And these guys are like survival experts, and most of them don't get past like day 40. So I'd be careful with being a little bit too confident on that one. Yeah, it's a great show. You came here for weather, not for current events. No offense. See, that's what I don't understand. Like, I had someone come in here that has literally been watching me for years. Like, I get, like, that's why you came in here, but our channel is transitioning into a news and weather channel. We're still looking at the weather, and I'm still looking at chat for people that have questions. No one's asked a question in a while. So, you know, if you're here for the weather and you want to know about it, you can still ask. We're literally looking at the weather right now. And check Green Camp? Sure. Green Camp. Ohio. Yeah, you guys are pretty much done for the main severe weather threat. There is still a bunch of rain coming towards you, though. But I wouldn't be worried anymore. Alrighty. Like everybody's made their voice heard here. We're going to end this poll. Looks like the majority of chat, if you lose all your money because of the war in Iran, the majority, 59%, would steal the stuff you need to live rather than beg for money. Is Logan, Ohio gonna get slammed? Let me see where Logan is. Doesn't look like it. You do have storms off to your north and west, but those will likely not be severe by the time they get to you. The only two storms that seem to be really having any more instability or storm fuel left are these ones over here near like Cambridge, Wheeling, and Washington. And this one still has 1.5-inch hail on it, heading into Steubenville, Cannonsburg, and Washington. It is nice to be able to get a mix. I could imagine just doing weather would be fatiguing. I wouldn't say it's fatiguing. It's more of the industry that fatigues me, and YouTube algorithm. I can go on for 11 hours easily. I wish I could answer more questions, but should grow a mullet. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I've tried to grow my hair out. It looks all right, but it looks a little ratty. My hair's just too thin. Let's come back over to our chasers really quick, see what's happening out here. I think probably our best chance for lightning is going to be PA storm trackers, maybe?
I think this is where that marathon is.
Whether YouTube has more drama, yeah.
It's open, I'd say.
It's honestly like one of the worst communities to probably be in. Like other than just like, I mean, other than like maybe the gaming community, because they can get like super duper toxic. But like weather, YouTube is definitely up there. Might even be more, nah, it's not more toxic than the political community. There are, you know, I wouldn't say it's the worst, but it's definitely not fun to be a part of. I'll tell you that. Like in terms of like, you know, people just generally being nice to each other. There's just so much animosity. You know, over people just like, you know, if you make like one small mistake, you get like put on a stake and burned alive, it seems. You can get the political community in here. That's totally fine with me. I know it might upset some people, but I mean, listen. Most people see the weather as boring. You guys don't, and I appreciate that. I don't, but I doubt we'll get too many political people in here for long. They might come in real quick and say some crazy stuff, but we'll probably have most of those people show up for like the actual like news streams. Brightwood Drive. I'm not checking your street. All right, this tornado warning has just been allowed to expire, so now we're down to 0 tornado warnings. don't think we're going to get any more tonight, to be honest. You watch a lot of the independent news channels that usually have a topic to cover, so I'm going to show up to support. Awesome. And thank you, Bill, for the $20. Thank you so much. You've been watching me for the better part of 5 years. I appreciate the news edition. What's my golf average? Right now, dude, I am struggling. But the last time I played golf, I pretty much went golfing every single day last week. Every single day. Just to try to, you know, shake off some of the rust, because I didn't play that much like at all during winter. It was too cold. It's a very cold winter in northern Alabama. And so I've just been, now the weather is nice and I had a little bit of free time. I had just been like trying to get back in the swing of things. And I was hitting pretty consistently in the upper 90s. But I played the short course yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before, little 9 holes. And I made mostly bogeys. I had 1 double bogey and 2 pars, which is a little bit closer to where I was. So I'm slowly getting it back. One thing that's weird though, I have been going to the gym like 4 times a week. And I've been doing that for like the past 3 months now. And one of the things that I'm struggling to get used to is I am gaining yardage. I can hit my 9-iron like, let me fix chat, it just crashed. I can hit my 9-iron now like 160 yards. So I'm still getting used to that. Yeah, thank you so much for that donation. I do appreciate that, Bill. But all right, folks, I think I'm going to head off for the night. Again, we'll be doing another update with some news, and I'll definitely throw a weather segment in there. I don't think there's going to be much to talk about other than mostly speculation for the systems that are kind of still in the long range. But yeah, we'll be doing that, and then maybe another live stream tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday? Yeah, if I do a news live stream tomorrow, it'll be probably like 6 or 7, somewhere around that time frame. Still to be, it might just be a video. It just depends on how Josh is feeling. So I'm probably not going to do it without him. But we'll see. If there's some breaking news, we'll certainly go live. And thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you to all the generous folks out there that donated today. That's a big help. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's raid Vince. We haven't had Vince on the stream in a while, and I'm excited for him to be back. Let's go ahead and rate him. We don't have a whole lot of peeps to rate him with, but y'all go over there and say thank you to him for letting us, or for giving us some good views of the storms earlier. Yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will see y'all later. Peace.